So I sold something this week for $650 and I am so excited to share that with y'all. Hello and welcome. My name is Heroine Bob. Welcome to Bob Buys, the channel I share with y'all my part-time reselling journey here in the state of Virginia. And I'm going to share with y'all my eBay sales for the week of July 8th to July 14th. And unfortunately, the really good sale is at the end, so I guess you either need to fast forward or just stick around until the end because it was legitimately the last thing I sold for this week. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna scoot over here so I can share the stuff with you. This first sale is actually going to be a large grouping of sales, mostly because it was a monthly quantity listing, and for some odd reason the last couple of weeks these have been selling until they basically sold out. So you can see here it is just a bunch of the same Fortnite figurine. I bought these about 2 years ago and I made my money back on them within 2 months of getting them. I paid 50 cents each for them. I think is it 50 cents or $1? I will link that video up above if you want to go way back in the Wayback Machine to see me pick these up. But you can see they sold between $6 and $7.87 for free shipping. And even if I paid $1, and even though it was free shipping, I still double or tripled or quadrupled my money with these sales. So I'm very happy to see them all get out of my house finally. They're all gone. This next sale is a vintage 70s polo. I picked this up so long ago and it took me forever to list them. Once I finally listed it, it only took a couple months to sell. I say only a couple months, but considering I held on to it for almost 2 years before listing it, in relation, that's kind of short. It sold for $13 with a free shipping, and that's again because I just wanted to get it gone. This is the second time this pair of shoes have sold. The first time it sold to a buyer and they returned it because for some odd reason they thought that a different pair of Crocs was going to fit the same as her old pair. Whereas her old pair of Crocs were a pair of cork and espadrille style wedge, whereas this is just the straight up Croc material. So I don't know why she thought those two were going to be the same thing when they're made out of completely different materials, but whatever. They sold again for $16.89 and the buyer paid for shipping, and hopefully this one will keep it. I haven't had a return opened yet and she's had it for a week now. So this next item, oh, I'm so excited. So this was from an estate sale that I went to and didn't get to film because it was a surprise estate sale. I paid $3 for this sweater and it sold for $26.15 and the buyer paid for shipping. Yes, even in July. These 100% cotton sweaters are still selling, so if you list it, it will sell regardless of season. At least that's my experience. This next thing is also something else that sold twice, but the buyer didn't pay for it the first time. It's a pair of buckle black fit number 3 bootcut distressed men's jeans. Sold for $20 and the buyer paid $8.55 for shipping. These went a padded flat rate. I paid $4 for these. Super excited that they went off to a new home. Finally. I also got these UGG slippers for $1 at an estate sale in Smithfield. They sold for $20 and the buyer paid for shipping. They already left me positive feedback and I've already left them positive feedback, so I'm really happy these went off to a new home. Really good profit there. And then the last 3 sales I have to share with you guys is another carbide figure. So this sold for $6 and this was the very last one to sell. So I'm donezo. Very happy with these. And then I picked this up at the Restore by my old work office and I paid 50 cents for the plate and 50 cents for the cup, so $1 in. And these sold for $11.75. It went first class shipping, so still made really good profit off of this, and it took up almost no space. It was really more of an emotional buy for me because oh my god, I grew up with Raggedy Ann and Andy. I had a Raggedy Ann and Andy doll and I just didn't want to get this thrown away. So that's why I bought it and held on to it for 2 years until it finally sold. And then the big one. So I am going to go ahead and let other Bob geek out for a minute to show you guys me picking this up. I made a TikTok about it and put it on my Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram or TikTok, I will put that information here. And then I'm just going to sit here for a few seconds so that way you guys can watch other Bob. I just came from the Dav in Williamsburg, here in Virginia, and I had no signal at all in this store, and I saw this right
It's this. I saw this at the Dav with the lid for $7. $7. So I was like, no brainer, cool. I'll pick it up, no problem. Gut check, yeah, that's worth something. Cool. I couldn't check comps until I got to my car, and I don't know if I want to cry or throw up or both. This is the most valuable thing I've ever found.
So as you all saw, like I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that I found something so valuable just based off of my gut feeling. This sold within a day. The buyer, however, did not pay for it right away, so I was like heckin' nervous. But they paid for it 20 minutes before I had to leave to go on my flight to go visit Alicia, Victoria, and Jess in Mississippi. So I panic packed, but I had everything ready because I was like, this is getting out the door as quick as possible. I want the bestest feedback. I don't want there to be any problems. But they paid $650 plus shipping. Now I did pay up for shipping because I also wanted to have insurance and signed delivery because it's a $650 item. So despite the fact that the buyer did pay $12.50 for shipping after paying for additional insurance and also for signature delivery, I actually paid, and also wanting to make sure it got there, I extra wrapped it. I paid actually $30 to get this shipped to them, but in the grand scheme of things, I'm okay with that. So this $7 item plus, you know, eBay fees and all this other stuff, I still made over $500 off of this, and I am so excited. I just need to find one of these every week and I can be a full-time reseller and just quit my job. That would be amazing. But not there yet. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. And until then, bye. Bye.